Hello world, my name is Cora Flora, and today I feel inspired to share with you an inspirational card reading video because it lights me up and it provides hopeful, helpful guidance. So I am honored to share this with you. My intention, as always, is that it's in alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all life. So I'm going to start with one card from the Keepers of the Light deck by Kyle Gray. Really love these. Happy Valentine's Day week, by the way. Okay, I feel like that's definitely it. Interesting. All right, so once again, this card came up before. There is Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, trust. And I feel like this card comes as an added comfort and support because honestly, I don't know about you, but for me, I feel like a lot of things are falling away in my life and it's hard to find my footing. Like I feel like things are changing and rearranging in ways that I'm like really, my human self is really just like, oh my God, what do I do? Is my life over? And I'm trying to just reach out for help and ask for protection and support. And I feel like this card comes as an added support for any of you who may be feeling that way as well, that we are supported and to continue to pray and ask for help, that to know that it is here for us. And sometimes it does involve just a little bit of patience to ride out the changes and anything you can do to find your peace, to find your center within while things are moving in a way that is unpredictable and perhaps beyond comprehension of why it's happening, can help with navigating and moving through it successfully. Okay, and now 3 cards for a deeper perspective, and this is from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart cards by John Holland, which I love. I've been using them for a long time and really appreciate the portals of guidance they've opened up. I invite you in this moment to take some nice deep breaths with me if you want. I feel like that can really help. Okay, so card number 1, control. This card, ironically, almost always comes with a message of surrendering control, at least the human ego idea of control, surrendering it to a higher power, divine, our souls. And what I always notice about this card is that the human expression of this essence is looking down, has like a little helmet on, doesn't really know what's going on, is kind of guarded, yet behind them is these wide open eyes that totally know what's happening and are totally supporting, illuminating, guiding the way. So I feel like this is reassurance and encouragement that we can trust, even if our egos are kind of confused and like stressing out with the way things are moving, just to trust that there is a higher guidance, a higher divine ordinance happening, and that we can trust the flow. And it makes me think of Oprah and one of her songs that she sings when she needs to surrender her ego or surrender her expectations or surrender her ideas or limitations. She sings the song, I surrender all to you, my Savior, I surrender all. And it just helps to let go. And even, because she used that song when she was, I think, manifesting a part in the movie, The Color Purple. And she had all these ideas about being too fat or not good enough or not experienced enough or whatever it was. And she just decided to completely let it go, surrender it to God, and just envision like if other people got the role, to be happy for them and really just surrendering to whatever's in the highest good of all. And lo and behold, moments after she sang that song, she ended up getting a call from Steven Spielberg inviting her to do the part. So this is just to surrender and trust. Yeah, and I think part of that is also just remembering, we don't know what's for the highest good from our limited human perspective. We don't always have all the answers, and this card is encouraging us to really surrender and trust that what is for you will not go past you, and that what isn't for you will make space for something that's better. Or if you let go of what isn't for you, you'll make space for something that's better. Blah, it's morning. Okay, card number 2. Release. Wow. Okay. And look at all the light there kind of illuminating this card. So I'm going to be a little out there right now and say that I do feel like there's some kind of cosmic weather happening right now. Like I feel a few people I've been inspired by for a while have been mentioning greater light coming in from the heavenly realms, from the cosmos, if you will, from the spirit world, illuminating the earth and ourselves at this planet, on this planet at this time. And part of that, often when we get the upgrades, often that means we have to release things to create space for this light and create space for this new awareness, new consciousness, new energy flowing in. And so this card is speaking to release. And again, I'll just add a little personal perspective, is that for me personally, yeah, there's been a lot of a mixture of feeling really inspired and then also really like all these old parts of me, these human ideas of how to navigate the world are like clinging to things and things are crumbling. Then I'm like, well, what about this? It's just this like thing. And even physically, I feel like I'm in a space of purification and doing my best to really like take care of my body, and things are being let go of, anger, emotions, fears, and creating space for new light and new love and new safety and sovereignty in myself. So this card is just to encourage you that if you feel like you're going through a lot too, just know you're not alone, and that when you are integrating and allowing this inspiration to flow through you, and if you are experiencing also simultaneously changes and like things letting go, things releasing, feeling out of control, just to trust that it's okay, that you're a part of an organic process and that you are held by the divine throughout all of this. So just know you're not crazy. Things are happening in a divine motion, to trust the organic flow of it all. It will make sense. And third eye chakra in the blocked position. So again, this has to do with third eye, intuition, trusting that. So I would like to just ask that whatever this block represents for all of us, that it be shifted, that we open up to trust our third eye, to trust our visions, to allow the light to shine through even more. And if something that can help is that if you're ever scared of like, I don't know, seeing ghosts or seeing them that scares you, or getting visions that are like dark and scary, you can pray again for protection. You can pray for your visions, your third eye visions, to be filtered through your heart or by your guides, so that you only see the things that are benevolent for you to see and that can help other people and that don't scare you too much. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of us are awakening more spiritually to our intuition, to our gifts, and sometimes that brings along fears of like, oh my God, the unknown, like, oh my God, this is like really out of my comfort zone, and like, am I crazy, and all this stuff. And I feel like this card is here to encourage you that you're not, and to ask for, again, protection, support, and illumination as you open up and trust your visions. Well, I hope this helps you. I feel like this really did help me to open up to something and get some guidance. Please leave comments. I'd love to know how you're doing and if this resonated. Again, please know that these readings are not meant to be predictive. I don't predict the future. If anything, my intention is always to empower you in living your best life and give you in the moment guidance, real time, in the trenches, on earth with you, of how we can navigate these changes and this great awakening that we're all a part of, whether we like it or not. Yeah. Awakening. It's happening. And the quote that I once heard Deepak Chopra say is flowing through my mind, so I'm just going to share it, is that with the internet, we are reprogramming the planetary mind. So I feel like encouraging you to continue to connect on the World Wide Web, of course, whenever it feels inspired and good to you, to share your light, share your inspiration, share your consciousness, share your journey, your authenticity, because I really feel like it does help more people than you know, especially through something like YouTube, where we have the capacity to share something so real and raw and potent. Like a video transmission is such a powerful transmission of vibration. And the beauty of YouTube is we have infinite possibility over time and space to connect with people. So whereas other platforms, you like maybe have to have someone as your friend, and maybe it just kind of fades off your wall for a while, or Instagram even, it's just a 60-second video, whereas YouTube, we have the opportunity to share beautiful long videos, tag them to connect with whoever can find them. And I feel like there is a magic to the synchronicity that happens of like who finds what when, and when it comes into alignment with them and how it helps them. So please, if you do feel an inspiration to share your authentic vibe and wisdom and gifts through YouTube, I encourage you, because you never know who you might touch or who you might light up at a time when they really need it. And as a side note, I have to say, it's opened up so many amazing doors and amazing connections that I never would have found otherwise. Like, for example, this summer, I've been invited to play Natural High Healing Festival in Finland, which is like mind-blowing. Like, if it wasn't for the internet and amazing connections, something like that and other things that have happened in my life similar wouldn't have happened. So I just want to say that with the internet, we're opening up these magical doors that never, otherwise, how would they open up? Like, it's just such a magical way for spirit to connect people and weave webs of consciousness and inspiration and vibration and alignment. So I encourage you to do it and trust yourself. Trust the beautiful wisdom of your heart, to trust that the love and the inspiration flowing through you is so important and so valuable and such a treasure. So with that, I'm off, and I would like to bless you with a beautiful day. Happy Valentine's Day, and of course, a wonderful, miraculous